Welcome back to our channel, where we explore the most fascinating and valuable coins from around the world. Today we are diving deep into the story of one of Singapore's hidden treasures, the Singapore 10 cents coin from 1987 in fine condition. This coin may seem small in size, but it carries a big value in today's collector's market and has become a highly demanded piece among numismatists and investors who are always on the lookout for rare treasures. The history and background of this coin make it especially exciting. Singapore's coinage went through several design phases, and the 1987 10 cents coin belongs to the first series, introduced after Singapore gained independence in 1965. This series features designs that celebrate the nation's progress, identity, and culture. The 10 cents coin of this period is not just a medium of exchange but also a symbol of Singapore's growing economy and strength in the late 20th century. Every coin minted during this time reflects the country's determination to build a modern financial hub, and the 1987 edition stands as a testimony to that important era. When we talk about the unique features of the 1987 Singapore 10 cents coin, it's easy to see why collectors admire it so much. The obverse side carries the Singapore coat of arms along with inscriptions in 4 languages, representing the unity of Singapore's multicultural society. The reverse side shows a striking spray of tropical flowers, which highlights the country's natural beauty and artistic heritage. Its nickel-clad composition gives it durability and a beautiful metallic sheen, while the fine details in the floral design make it stand out as one of the most elegant coins of its time. For those who appreciate craftsmanship, this coin is truly a masterpiece in miniature form. Now let's discuss the rarity and condition of this coin, which are the key factors driving its demand in today's market. The 1987 10 cents coin was minted in limited numbers compared to other years, and over time, many have been lost, damaged, or withdrawn from circulation. This makes surviving examples highly sought after. A coin in fine condition means it has retained most of its details, with only light wear visible from circulation. Such a condition still makes it very attractive to collectors who value authenticity and history in their pieces. Because of this, the 1987 10 cents coin has become a highlight in many collections and continues to see growing demand as more collectors and investors recognize its scarcity. When we look at the current market value in dollars, the Singapore 10 cents coin from 1987 in fine condition is considered a treasure. Collectors are willing to pay strong prices for it, and its value in today's auction market can range from $13,000 to much higher depending on interest, rarity, and the buyer's enthusiasm. It is not uncommon for these coins to fetch prices significantly above their face value because they are no longer just a coin, they are a piece of history. In fine condition, the 1987 edition is regarded as a big investment because its demand is consistently increasing, and as fewer coins remain available, the market value continues to rise. For collectors, there are a few tips to keep in mind if you are interested in owning this gem. First, always ensure that the coin you purchase is authentic and well preserved. Even in fine condition, small details like clear inscriptions and the floral design must be visible. Storing your coin properly in a protective holder will help maintain its condition and secure its long-term value. It is also wise to keep an eye on auction markets and coin shows, as these are the best places to find genuine pieces at competitive prices. And remember, building a collection of Singapore coins, starting with this rare 10-cent piece, can open the door to great opportunities in the future as these coins appreciate further in value. In conclusion, the Singapore 10-cent coin from 1987 in fine condition is far more than just a small piece of metal. It represents the pride of Singapore's heritage, the artistry of its minting history, and the potential for strong financial value in today's collector market. Its rarity, beauty, and demand make it a coin that every serious collector should try to own. If you are lucky enough to have one, hold on to it tightly, because its worth will only continue to grow over time. Next up, the Singapore 10-cent coin from 1993. This coin, though it may appear small and ordinary at first glance, holds a surprising story of history, rarity, and rising value that makes it a must-have for serious collectors and enthusiasts alike. If you own this coin in good condition, you are holding on to something with far more worth than its face value, as it has grown into a highly sought-after treasure in today's market. The history of the Singapore 10-cent coin from 1993 takes us back to the early years of Singapore's modern coinage system. By the 1980s and 1990s, Singapore had already established itself as a strong economic hub, and its coin designs reflected both its progress and cultural identity. The 10-cent coin, part of the second series of Singapore coins, carried forward the beauty of local design elements combined with the precision of minting technology. Coins of this era were struck to meet daily economic needs, but as time has passed, certain mint years like 1993 have become rarities due to limited survival in high-grade conditions. One of the unique features of the Singapore 10-cent 1993 coin is its distinctive design. On the obverse, it proudly features the Singapore coat of arms with the country's name written in both English and Chinese, symbolizing the nation's unity and multicultural strength. On the reverse side, the coin showcases the star jasmine flower, a delicate yet powerful emblem that represents grace and resilience. This combination of cultural heritage and nature in the design makes the coin not just a medium of exchange but also a piece of art that captures Singapore's essence during the early 1990s. When it comes to rarity, the 1993 issue of the Singapore 10-cent coin is considered special by collectors. While many coins were produced for circulation, the survival rate of coins in good condition is far lower than one might expect. Everyday use, environmental factors, and circulation wear have made it increasingly difficult to find this coin preserved in a collector's grade. A coin from this year that has retained its sharp details, clean surfaces, and original luster instantly becomes a rarity that sparks demand in auctions and among private collectors. Good condition coins from 1993 are especially prized because they strike a balance between affordability for newer collectors and increasing value for long-term investors. In today's auction market, the Singapore 10-cent 1993 coin in good condition holds an impressive value compared to its face worth. Collectors are willing to pay $16,000 for a coin that once held only minor everyday utility. Depending on the demand at the time of sale and the level of preservation, This coin can fetch values ranging from $18,000 up to higher premiums when multiple buyers compete. With the steady growth in interest for Southeast Asian coins, its market value is showing positive signs of appreciation, and many believe this is just the beginning of a long upward trend. For collectors, the best tip when dealing with the Singapore 10 cents 1993 coin is preservation and patience. Always keep your coin in a protective holder or case to maintain its condition and prevent scratches or discoloration. Avoid cleaning it with harsh chemicals, as natural aging often adds to the coin's authenticity. If you are looking to invest, try to acquire coins with the least possible wear, as these are the ones that will always attract the strongest demand. And remember, the global numismatic community is growing, meaning the future market for rare Singapore coins will only get stronger. In conclusion, the Singapore 10 cents 1993 coin in good condition is much more than just a small piece of metal. It is a rare and beautiful representation of Singapore's cultural heritage, a coin that has grown from being part of daily life to becoming a prized collectible in the modern action market. With its unique design, scarcity, and increasing demand, it stands as a fantastic opportunity for both collectors and investors. So, if you have one in your possession, treasure it, because it is indeed a hidden gem that carries both historical value and significant financial potential. Next up, the Singapore 20 cents coin from 1986, a coin that has become a highlight among collectors. This coin, when found in extra good condition, is considered highly desirable and sought after in the numismatic community, and in today's active market, it is gaining big value in dollars. If you have one in your collection, or if you come across one, you'll want to pay close attention because this coin is a true treasure. The Singapore 20 cents coin from 1986 carries with it a rich history and background. Issued during the nation's second series of coins, it reflects the strength and growth of Singapore as it was solidifying its place on the world stage during the 1980s. This coin was minted under the authority of the Monetary Authority of Singapore and became an everyday circulating coin. However, as the years passed, coins from this specific year became harder to find in excellent condition, and today they stand as a symbol of Singapore's economic rise and cultural identity. What makes the 1986 20 cents coin stand out are its unique features. The coin is made from cupronickel, giving it a bright and lasting appearance that resists wear over time. On the obverse side, it features the bold Singapore coat of arms along with inscriptions in 4 official languages: English, Chinese, Malay, and Tamil, showcasing the country's rich multicultural identity. On the reverse, the coin proudly displays the distinctive rose, a design element that gives it elegance and uniqueness. This floral design adds artistic beauty, making the coin more than just currency but also a piece of cultural art. Rarity and condition play a huge role in the coin's desirability. The 1986 Singapore 20 cents is not easy to find in extra good condition because many of these coins were heavily circulated. Collectors are constantly searching for well-preserved examples with sharp details, no major scratches, and strong luster. Coins in such condition are considered rare gems, and their demand in the collector's market has risen significantly. This is why owning a 1986 20-cent coin in extra good condition puts you in possession of a highly desirable piece that many others are eager to add to their collections. Now, let's talk about the current market value in dollars. In today's action-packed numismatic market, the Singapore 20-cent coin from 1986 in extra good condition can command $23,000 impressive prices. Collectors value it not just for its age but also for its condition and rarity. Depending on the demand and the quality of preservation, this coin can attract serious offers from buyers, and the value continues to grow as more people enter the coin collecting world. With the steady appreciation of rare Singaporean coins, the 1986 20 cents is truly a coin that represents strong dollar value today and even greater potential in the future. For collectors, there are some important tips to keep in mind. Always ensure you store the coin in protective holders to maintain its shine and details. Handle it carefully, avoiding direct contact with fingers to prevent oils and dirt from affecting its surface. When buying, always verify authenticity and condition from reliable sellers or auctions. Remember, the rarer and better preserved the coin is, the higher its market value will be, so patience and careful selection are key. In conclusion, the Singapore 20-cent coin from 1986 in extra good condition is not just an ordinary piece of change but a rare collectible with powerful demand in today's market. Its rich history, beautiful design, rarity, and strong dollar value make it a true gem for any collection. If you are lucky enough to own one, treasure it, because its value will only continue to grow. And if you are still searching, keep looking, as this coin is worth every effort. Next up, the Singapore $1 coin from the year 2011. If you are a collector, an investor, or simply someone who enjoys learning about coins with a story, this video is going to keep you hooked till the very end. The Singapore $1 2011 coin in extra fine condition is more than just money. It is history, art, and rarity all combined into a powerful collector's dream. The history and background of this coin make it even more special. The $1 denomination in Singapore has always been significant, representing both national pride and economic progress. By 2011, the Singapore Mint had already established itself as one of the finest mints in Asia, producing coins with intricate details and top-quality metal finishes. The 2011 edition of the $1 coin belongs to the second series, which was introduced in 1985 and carried forward until 2013, before the third series took over. This coin carries with it a story of Singapore's modern growth and development, and owning one feels like holding a piece of that journey in your hand. The unique features of the Singapore $1 2011 coin make it stand out from ordinary circulation coins. The obverse side proudly displays the Singapore coat of arms, a strong symbol of the nation's sovereignty and pride, with inscriptions in 4 official languages: English, Chinese, Malay, and Tamil. On the reverse side, you will find the majestic image of a tropical fish, the flowerpecker, or depending on the design variant, a distinctive national element that represents Singapore's biodiversity and culture. Struck in nickel brass, this coin has a beautiful golden tone that enhances its collectability, and in extra fine condition, the shine, sharpness, and design clarity remain very impressive to collectors worldwide. When it comes to rarity and condition, the Singapore $1 2011 coin in extra fine grade is in high demand. While the coin was originally minted for circulation, not many have survived in such well-preserved condition due to daily handling and usage. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that retain their details, edges, and original luster, and an extra fine specimen of this coin delivers exactly that. This rarity and good preservation makes it a highlight in the Singapore coin series and a true asset for those building a complete collection. The current market value in dollars shows just how strong the demand for this coin is today. While the face value is just $1 Singapore dollar, its real value in the collector's market has risen significantly. Depending on condition, extra fine pieces like this one can fetch between $25,000 in auctions and private sales, and in some cases even higher when sold to enthusiastic collectors looking for a sharp 2011 edition to complete their sets. The upward trend in the coin market shows that this value is only expected to rise, making it not just a collectible but also a big but steady investment. For collectors who are interested in owning the Singapore $1 2011 coin, here are a few useful tips. Always aim to secure coins in the best possible condition, as the grading directly influences the value. Make sure to store your coins properly, using protective holders to avoid scratches, tarnish, or wear. Try to source coins from trusted dealers, coin shows, or verified online platforms where authenticity is guaranteed. And most importantly, never underestimate the value of one coin. A coin like this, when added to a collection, adds not only monetary worth but also cultural and historical significance. In conclusion, the Singapore $1 2011 coin in extra fine condition is a powerful example of how a simple circulation coin can transform into a prized collectible in today's market. With its rich history, stunning design, rarity in condition, and strong demand among collectors, this coin is without a doubt a must-have for anyone passionate about numismatics. If you are looking to expand your collection or even start one, this is a coin you should definitely consider. Next up, the Singapore 50 cents coin from the year 2014 in extra good condition. At first glance, this coin may seem like just another piece of circulating currency, but when you take a closer look, you'll discover why it stands out as a collector's dream and why its demand is continuously growing in the international numismatic market. The history and background of the Singapore 50 cents coin from 2014 makes it truly special. Singapore's coinage system has always represented the nation's identity, culture, and progress. The 50 cents coin belongs to the third series of Singapore coins, first introduced in 2013, designed with enhanced security features and new designs to reflect the modern outlook of the country. The 2014 issue carried forward this legacy, striking a balance between tradition and innovation, making it more than just a monetary piece but a symbol of national pride. When we talk about the unique features of this coin, the design immediately comes into the spotlight. On the obverse, it carries the elegant Singapore arms, surrounded by the name, Singapore, written in English, Malay, Chinese, and Tamil, showcasing the country's multicultural harmony. On the reverse, The 50 cents denomination is beautifully engraved along with an intricate depiction of the iconic periwinkle flower, a design that gives the coin a natural and cultural touch. The coin is also minted in nickel-plated steel, giving it a distinctive shine and durability. Its 27 mm diameter and reeded edge make it easily recognizable, and when preserved in extra good condition, the coin's brilliance is undeniable. Now let's talk about rarity and why collectors are chasing after this 2014 Singapore 50 cents coin. Although it was produced for circulation, the mintage numbers were not as high as some other common coins, which means fewer pieces are available today in pristine condition. Extra good condition coins from 2014 are particularly scarce because most of them went through regular circulation, resulting in scratches and wear. To find a coin from this year that retains its shine, clear details, and crisp edges is not just difficult, but truly rewarding for collectors. This scarcity combined with rising international interest in Asian coinage has pushed the 2014 edition into the spotlight as a must-have collectible. When it comes to today's market value in dollars, the Singapore 50 cents 2014 coin in extra good condition is enjoying a strong demand. Collectors are willing to pay several times its face value, and in auctions or private sales, these coins can easily fetch $27,000 prices that surprise even experienced numismatists. Depending on condition and rarity of the piece, the value can go up significantly, showing steady growth over the years. The global demand for Singapore coins has increased, especially among international collectors who recognize their cultural and historical importance, making this coin a highly sought-after treasure in the numismatic world. For collectors who are looking to add this gem to their collection, there are a few important tips to keep in mind. Always ensure that the coin is preserved in the best condition possible, ideally stored in a protective holder to maintain its shine and prevent scratches. Authenticity is crucial, so sourcing it from trusted dealers, reputable auction houses, or verified sellers is highly recommended. Building knowledge about Singapore's coin series and understanding the rarity of certain years, like 2014, will also give collectors an edge in spotting opportunities to buy or trade wisely. In conclusion, the Singapore 50 cents coin from 2014 in extra good condition is far more than just a piece of change. It is a symbol of Singapore's cultural identity, a showcase of modern coin design, and above all, a rare treasure in today's numismatic market. Its increasing demand and rising dollar value make it a highly desirable collectible for both local and international collectors. If you are serious about coin collecting and treasure hunting, this is one coin that deserves a special place in your collection. Next up, the Singapore 1 cent coin from 1994. At first glance, it may look like just a small copper-colored piece of metal, but in reality, this coin has grown into something highly sought after in the numismatic world. Even in rough condition, the 1994 Singapore 1 cent coin has gained big attention in today's auction market, and collectors are eager to secure it because of its rarity and rising value in dollars. To understand why this coin is so special, we need to look back at its history and background. The Singapore 1 cent coin was introduced as part of the second series of Singapore coins, which carried a modern and practical design reflecting the nation's progress. By the mid-1990s, Singapore was already phasing out smaller denominations because of inflation and changes in daily transactions. The 1994 issue of the 1-cent coin was among the later mintages before the denomination was eventually discontinued. This historical context alone gives the coin a strong collectible appeal, as it represents the end of an era in Singapore's monetary journey. Now let's talk about the unique features of the 1994 Singapore 1-cent coin. The obverse proudly displays the Singapore coat of arms surrounded by the word Singapore in the 4 official languages, English, Chinese, Malay, and Tamil, making it a symbol of national unity. The reverse features a simple yet elegant design of the denomination, 1 cent, with a distinctive font and layout, characteristic of the second series. Its copper-plated composition and small size give it a classic look that makes it stand out in a collection. These details may seem modest, but for collectors, they are marks of identity that link the coin to Singapore's cultural and economic heritage. When it comes to rarity, the Singapore 1-cent 1994 coin is in high demand. Over the years, many of these coins fell out of circulation as people stopped using the 1-cent denomination. Others were lost, discarded, or melted down, making surviving examples scarcer than ever. Even in rough condition, collectors place strong value on this coin because of its limited availability and historical importance. The fact that the denomination is no longer produced elevates its desirability further. Serious collectors know that owning the 1994 1-cent is like holding on to a piece of Singapore's past that can no longer be replaced. In today's action market, the value of the Singapore 1-cent 1994 coin has climbed significantly. Depending on the demand at auctions and sales platforms, even rough condition examples can fetch $4,000, sometimes more, as bidding wars between collectors push the price higher. For international buyers who recognize the rarity, the coin's value in dollars continues to rise, proving that condition does not always limit demand when it comes to scarce coins like this. What makes it even more exciting is that collectors across borders, from Asia to America, are competing to add it to their sets, which is driving up its price and giving it a reputation as a small coin with big value. For collectors looking to make the most of their Singapore 1-cent 1994 coin, there are some useful tips. First, preservation is key. Even if the coin is already in rough condition, keeping it safe from further wear will help maintain its appeal. Storing it in a protective holder or coin album adds professionalism to any collection. Second, keeping track of market trends is essential because the value of rare coins can rise quickly when demand spikes. Third, patience often pays off. Holding on to this coin as its rarity increases over time could result in even greater returns in the future. For new collectors, the 1994 1-cent is an excellent entry point into Singapore's numismatic world because of its history, uniqueness, and current high demand. In conclusion, the Singapore 1-cent 1994 coin, even in rough condition, shines as a rare and valuable collectible in today's market. It represents history, national pride, and scarcity, all wrapped into a small piece of copper. Collectors worldwide are chasing after it, and its value in dollars continues to grow steadily. If you are lucky enough to have one of these coins in your collection, you are holding onto a highly desirable treasure. Next up, the Singapore 1-cent coin from 1994. A small yet remarkable piece of numismatic history that is in fine condition and currently creating big waves in the auction market. Though it might look simple, this coin carries hidden value and an incredible demand among collectors worldwide. If you are holding on to this piece, you may be surprised at how much it can be worth in dollar value today. The Singapore 1-cent coin from 1994 has a fascinating history and background. Introduced as part of Singapore's second series of coins, this coin reflected the nation's effort to modernize its currency and create coins that were practical, durable, and aesthetically pleasing. By 1994, the 1-cent was still in circulation, symbolizing affordability and accessibility in daily life. Over the years, however, the denomination was phased out and stopped being issued, which transformed the once common coin into a collectible item. Its historical journey from being a piece of everyday pocket change to a highly sought-after collector's gem is what makes it so special today. When we look closely at the unique features of the Singapore 1-cent 1994, we immediately notice the beautiful design that reflects the cultural and national identity of Singapore. The obverse side features the majestic Singapore coat of arms with the nation's name inscribed in English, Chinese, Tamil, and Malay, representing Singapore's multicultural unity. On the reverse side, the coin displays the starfruit, also known as carambola, a tropical fruit that is deeply tied to Southeast Asia's heritage. This combination of national symbols and natural beauty makes the coin stand out, adding charm to its collectible value. Its bronze composition and small size give it a classic, vintage feel that collectors love. The rarity and condition of this coin are what fuel its demand in the numismatic market. By the mid-1990s, many 1-cent coins had fallen out of circulation as inflation reduced their practical use. As a result, fewer and fewer people preserved them in good condition. Finding a 1994 Singapore 1-cent coin in fine condition today is not only challenging but also highly rewarding, because collectors place immense value on coins that have survived the test of time with well-preserved details. The combination of its historical importance, low survival rate, and cultural significance makes it one of the coins that collectors are actively chasing. Now let's talk about the current market value of this coin in today's auction market. The Singapore 1-cent 1994 in fine condition has been drawing increasing attention, with prices climbing as demand continues to rise. Collectors are willing to pay premium prices for this coin, and its value has grown steadily over the years. In the international market, it can fetch $6,000 depending on the quality of preservation, and in auctions, the price can rise even higher when multiple collectors compete for it. While it may have once been worth only a fraction of a dollar, in today's numismatic world, this coin has transformed into a piece of real financial worth. Its market value is not just measured in dollars but also in its growing demand and desirability. For collectors who wish to add this coin to their collection, there are a few tips to keep in mind. Always focus on the condition, as coins in fine or better condition command the highest prices. Store the coin properly in protective holders to prevent further wear or damage. Research reliable sources or auction houses where such coins are traded to ensure authenticity and fair pricing. And most importantly, understand that owning this coin is not just about holding a piece of metal, it is about owning a part of Singapore's rich history and cultural pride, which makes it a true treasure. In conclusion, the Singapore 1 cent 1994 in fine condition is more than just a small coin. It is a powerful symbol of heritage, rarity, and value. Once an everyday piece of change, it has now risen to become a high-demand collectible that is sought after by numismatists across the globe. Its unique design, cultural representation, and limited availability have all combined to make it a gem in today's coin market. If you have one in your possession, consider yourself lucky, because you are holding a valuable asset that continues to appreciate in worth. Next up, the Singapore 1 cent coin from the year 2000. Now you might be thinking, how can such a small coin, especially in dirty condition, carry such big importance in the collector's market? Well, let me tell you, this tiny piece of copper-plated steel is not just pocket change. It is a treasure that has gained massive demand among collectors worldwide, and today we are going to explore its story, its uniqueness, and its high value in today's auction market. The history of the Singapore 1 cent coin dates back to the early days of Singapore's independent coinage system. By the year 2000, Singapore was already established as a global financial hub, and its currency represented stability and growth. The 1 cent coin, though the smallest denomination, carried historical and symbolic importance. It showcased Singapore's determination to value every unit of its currency, no matter how small. Coins minted in 2000 were part of the second series coinage that reflected the nation's modern identity and were produced in limited numbers compared to other years, which today makes them highly collectible. When we talk about the unique features of the Singapore 1 cent coin from 2000, we notice its distinctive design. The obverse side carries the national coat of arms with the inscription, Republic of Singapore, in all 4 official languages, symbolizing unity and cultural diversity. The reverse side proudly displays the image of a flower, the Vanda Miss Joaquim orchid, Singapore's national flower, which represents resilience and beauty. The coin is crafted in copper-plated steel, giving it a simple yet strong character. Even when found in dirty or worn condition, the coin's design remains recognizable and continues to shine with significance for collectors. Rarity is what turns this coin into a star in the numismatic market. Although millions of 1 cent coins circulated during earlier decades, the 2000 issue stands out because production numbers declined as Singapore slowly phased out the smaller denominations. With fewer pieces minted and even fewer surviving in collectible condition, demand for this coin has surged. Collectors do not shy away from coins in dirty or circulated condition because the scarcity of this year makes it highly desirable no matter what. Owning a 2000 Singapore 1 cent coin is considered a matter of pride, and collectors globally are competing to secure one for their collections. Now let's talk about the current market value in dollars. Despite being such a small denomination, the Singapore 1 cent 2000 coin has attracted strong prices in auctions and private sales. Depending on availability, even in dirty condition, it can fetch far more than its face value. Collectors and investors recognize the rarity and history behind it, pushing its value upwards. In today's auction market, these coins can trade for $8,000 each, with well-preserved examples going even higher. What makes it special is that even a coin in dirty condition holds strong demand because of its scarcity, which means this coin is always valued and appreciated in the market. For collectors who are interested in pursuing this rare gem, there are a few tips to keep in mind. Always look out for the year 2000 minting because that is what sets it apart. Even if the coin looks dirty, do not attempt to polish or clean it harshly, as this can lower its collectible appeal. Instead, keep it in protective holders to preserve it as it is. Networking with other collectors and staying active in coin forums and auctions can help you spot opportunities to buy or sell this coin at the best prices. Building a collection with such rare Singapore coins not only enriches your portfolio but also connects you with the cultural and historical heritage of the nation. In conclusion, the Singapore 1-cent coin from the year 2000 may look like a small and simple coin, but its story, rarity, and demand make it a giant in the numismatic world. Even in dirty condition, it is highly valued in today's auction market, and collectors are always searching for this piece of history. It represents Singapore's resilience, cultural identity, and monetary evolution, while offering collectors a chance to hold a true rarity in their hands. So if you happen to come across one of these coins, treasure it, because it is much more than just 1 cent. It is a piece of history that carries real value in dollars today. Next up, the Singapore 1-cent coin from 1994, a small yet highly significant piece that has become a jewel for collectors across the globe. Many people overlook this coin because of its humble denomination, but true collectors know its historical value, rarity, and increasing demand in today's active coin market. This coin, when found in good condition, carries far more value than its face worth and is now recognized as a rare collectible with a strong dollar value. The Singapore 1-cent coin of 1994 comes from an important era in the nation's coinage history. Singapore introduced its first series of coins in 1967 following independence, and the 1 cent remained one of the most commonly used denominations for decades. By the early 1990s, however, the design and minting of the 1 cent coin reflected not only the country's economic growth but also the artistry and careful attention to detail that went into its currency. The 1994 issue stands out as part of the second series of Singapore coins, showcasing the nation's unique identity, cultural strength, and modern outlook. Each of these coins tells a story of progress and national pride, making them much more than just a means of exchange. What makes the 1994 Singapore 1-cent coin unique are the fine details in its design and composition. It is made from bronze-plated steel, giving it a distinct reddish-brown appearance that collectors admire. On the obverse side, it proudly carries the Singapore coat of arms, flanked by the word Singapore, written in English, Chinese, Tamil, and Malay, reflecting the multicultural spirit of the nation. The reverse side features the familiar image of the starfruit, also known as carambola, a design that is simple yet beautifully symbolic of the country's natural richness. The coin is compact, light, and durable, but when preserved in good condition, its shine and details remain remarkably sharp, making it a sought-after piece in the coin collecting world. The rarity of the Singapore 1-cent coin from 1994 is what truly elevates its status. As time passed, the use of 1-cent coins decreased, and many were either taken out of circulation, melted down, or lost in everyday use. This means that fewer and fewer pieces from 1994 survive today, especially in good collectible condition. Collectors place immense importance on condition, and a coin that has retained its color, shape, and design clarity after decades becomes a prized find. The fact that this coin is now scarce in circulation adds to its demand, and serious collectors around the world are willing to pay premium prices to add this small but significant coin to their collections. In today's auction market, the value of the Singapore 1-cent coin from 1994 in good condition has been climbing steadily. While its face value is just 1 cent, its collectible worth transforms it into a treasure measured in $10,000. Depending on the demand, rarity, and preservation quality, these coins are trading in today's market at strong dollar values, often far beyond what casual observers would expect. Collectors in Singapore and internationally recognize the 1994 1 cent as a high-demand coin, and its value continues to rise as fewer pieces remain in the marketplace. This makes it not only a historical artifact but also a big investment for those who know how to identify quality rare coins. For collectors, the key to success with coins like the Singapore 1 cent 1994 lies in care, knowledge, and timing. Always look for coins that are preserved in the best possible condition, avoiding scratches, corrosion, or loss of details. Keeping coins in protective holders ensures they retain their beauty for years to come. It is also important to research market trends, as rare coins often experience surges in demand that can significantly increase their value. Joining collector communities, both locally and online, can help you stay connected to this dynamic market and give you opportunities to trade, sell, or acquire other rare pieces. In conclusion, the Singapore 1 cent coin from 1994 in good condition is not just an ordinary coin, it is a rare collectible with high demand and strong market value. It represents Singapore's history, culture, and identity in a form that collectors worldwide deeply admire. Owning this coin means holding a piece of national heritage that continues to grow in value and significance. So, if you happen to come across this coin in good condition, treasure it, because it is more than just change. It is a symbol of rarity, a source of pride, and a coin with true dollar value in today's numismatic world. Next up, the Singapore 1 cent coin from 1993. At first glance, it might seem like a small and simple coin, but don't be fooled. Even in dirty condition, this coin carries a remarkable story, historical significance, and a surprising value in today's auction market. Collectors around the world are actively seeking this coin, and its demand is only growing stronger day by day. The Singapore 1 cent coin of 1993 holds an important place in the history of Singapore's currency. Introduced during a time when the nation's coinage was transitioning to modern designs and minting techniques, it represented not only everyday value but also the strength of Singapore's developing economy. This coin belongs to the second series of Singapore coins, which were widely circulated in the early 1990s. While it may have been a common coin back then, the passage of time has transformed it into a collector's item, especially for those who value coins that reflect the growth of Singapore's monetary system and heritage. What makes the 1993 Singapore 1-cent coin stand out are its unique features. On the obverse, you'll find the Singapore coat of arms, beautifully inscribed with the year of minting, 1993, along with the word Singapore, written in 4 official languages: English, Malay, Tamil, and Chinese. On the reverse side, the coin proudly displays the image of a star fruit, also known as carambola, a design that highlights Singapore's connection to its natural and cultural identity. Even in dirty condition, these details remain distinct, giving the coin its undeniable charm and character. Now, let's talk about rarity and condition. Although millions of these coins were once minted for daily use, very few have survived in collectible-worthy numbers today, especially since the 1-cent coin was eventually demonetized and withdrawn from circulation. This makes the 1993 edition increasingly difficult to find in today's market. Collectors are actively searching for this coin regardless of whether it is clean or dirty, because rarity outweighs appearance when demand is high. Every piece is a treasure that carries history, and even coins in dirty condition are now being chased by numismatists who want to secure them before prices climb further. When it comes to current market value in dollars, the Singapore 1-cent coin from 1993 is no longer just pocket change. Depending on demand and collector interest, even a coin in dirty condition can reach prices far beyond its original face value. In online auctions and numismatic marketplaces, this coin has been known to attract strong bidding competition, often selling for $15,000, and in some cases even higher when collectors are determined to complete their Singapore coin sets. The important factor here is not just the condition, but the rarity and the historical year of minting, which makes the coin highly desirable. For collectors who wish to invest in the Singapore 1-cent 1993 coin, there are a few important tips to keep in mind. First, always preserve the coin carefully, even if it is dirty, as cleaning may damage its surface and reduce its collectible appeal. Instead, store it safely in protective coin holders to maintain its authenticity. Second, stay updated with ongoing auctions and online coin trading platforms, because the value of such coins tends to increase as time passes and availability decreases. Lastly, connect with other collectors, both locally and internationally, to gain insights into market trends and demand for this coin. Building these connections will help you stay ahead in the competitive world of numismatics. In conclusion, the Singapore 1-cent coin from 1993, even in dirty condition, is far from being an ordinary piece of metal. It is a historical artifact, a collector's gem, and a coin that continues to rise in demand in today's auction market. With its unique design, cultural significance, and increasing rarity, it has already proven itself as a valuable investment. Collectors who secure this coin now are not only preserving a piece of Singapore's history but also positioning themselves for future gains. So, if you come across the Singapore 1-cent 1993 coin, don't overlook it. It could be one of the smartest additions to your collection. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting insights into rare and valuable coins from around the world.